was this construct was the unexperienced on the other side, outside of it completely. This was you could say, a creation to experience that which we are not on the other side. So experiencing the limitations through the confines of the physical body, because the soul is still not limited, because the physical body is part of the veil, breaking past the veil to see and realize, standing up again, being reborn again, realizing that there's nothing that could touch you. But the physical body created these self-imposed limitations in the construct because the body's designed, and through the 13, etc., the self-limiting aspects of what the physical body could do within here. Realm one is the most extreme within here.
But when you come to Earth, they said this is the most difficult planet in the universe. It's the hardest. It's the densest. It's the heaviest. They don't want to come here. It's very, very difficult.
From our perspective, the very fact that you chose to manifest or incarnate in a reality with such an amazing amount of limitation, and know that you can transform that limitation into freedom and transform the darkness into light, from our perspective, makes you a master graduating class.
From the spirit level, Bashar says, you're not kindergartners, you're a graduating master class. Earth is a tough school. It's a very dense reality. You're dealing with issues of negativity and all sorts of limitations. But he says you have to be a very strong soul to have chosen that. So a lot of other civilizations are actually watching us and learning, saying in essence, hey, if they can transform such darkness into light, if they can transform limitation into freedom and negativity into something positive, being in a reality that dense, that tough, and that forgetful, maybe we can too, because we're not as steeped in that kind of density. So Earth is actually teaching other civilizations how to transform things on another level altogether, because they just don't have the same degree of density that we do. And if we can do it, they can do it.
That's clear. This is where we're going to go into a direction where people are going to probably misinterpret what I'm saying, but I'll try to make it very clear. This is where you'll go. You could say the freeing of souls here, because once you're in realm one, and if you could convince a soul and make it believe, due to its own infinite power of its will and its spoken word, to create something, create a loop for itself, well, then you will create a self-imprisoned soul within that cycle.
Is this something that is self-perpetuated and self-created by our own thought forms? Or is this something? Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, yeah. Because like I said before, nothing could control or entrap you, the soul, unless you believe it to be so. Your soul, each individual soul is the ultimate authority, and it has no limitations of that which it could create and experience. That is including if you believe that you could be looped and cycled, therefore you will create that to be so. So once you have realm one with all of the fear and the limitations of trying to make souls believe in the state of forgetfulness here of, oh, this is going to entrap you and stuff like that, this realm has put souls in such a state of fear where they are creating these self-imposed prisons. This is where you also go into the narrative where people, they know and understand that there's a level of beings that are assisting in the great awakening process and freeing this realm from the self-imposed limitations of fear and imprisonment that the soul is creating, and each soul is creating as well, because it can break free from it.
Quick question: is that a distortion, or is that something that has been a chosen type of path of experience collectively?
Well, this whole construct was an agreed upon experience, but this is where you go into this. It takes a certain level of breaking this down and understanding, so it doesn't get necessarily confused and derailed into this direction, because yes, this is all agreed upon, but when you end up creating a space to experience that which we are not, the extremes. You also have the unforeseen events, things that haven't been foreseen to go in certain directions. And this is where you'll get things playing out that have been so extreme here that no, certain individuals are not experiencing that which they've agreed to. This is where there is a massive front from the other side to awaken souls here, to wake up to who and what they really are, to shatter all of these self-imposed prisons, the mind, putting you in a box of limitation. Because even when you do cross over or death, if you have a lot of fear, you will see this through all near-death experience. And even myself, took me years to get over it, where you will experience your fears playing out temporarily or put yourself in these self-imposed prisons until you realize, come to a state like I have, where I'm like, I don't care anymore. Like, take my soul because you can't necessarily kill my soul. But I just got to that state where I'm like, I just don't care. And then, bam, everything opened up. Access to the 12 realms, access to outside of the construct again, multiple times, doing this over and over and over again, because I pierced through the number one thing that is blocking every single soul here from truly accessing things is the fear.